Ever wonder what the world was like before the dinosaurs? Well, let me tell you, it belonged to the bugs. And they were big. We were talking about a time when millipedes were the size of cars and scorpions hunted in the seas, like great white sharks. This wasn't a sci-fi movie. This was Earth, 300 million years ago. Welcome to the Carboniferous Period, the age of giant creepy crawlies. And today, we're going back in time to meet them face to face. Get ready, because you've never seen anything like this. This is the Time Traveler's Zoo. All right, let's fire up the portal. Whoa, okay, here we are. The air here is ... thick. You can almost taste it. 2. That's because the oxygen levels during the Carboniferous were nearly double what they are today. We're talking around 35% oxygen compared to our 21%. And all that extra O2 is the secret ingredient that allowed life here to get supersized. The plants, the trees, everything is colossal. And the bugs. Well, they're on a whole other level. Just look over there. Try not to make any sudden movements. That, my friends, is an Arthropleura. It's essentially a millipede, but instead of fitting in your hand, this one is 8 feet long. Imagine a smart car with hundreds of legs. Its body is covered in thick armored plates, making it look like a walking tank. You could literally ride this thing into battle. Bidowa. Despite its intimidating size, Arthropleura was a gentle giant. It was a herbivore, spending its days munching on the lush, rotting vegetation of these swampy forests. It was less of a monster and more of a prehistoric lawnmower. Still, you wouldn't want it crawling through your living room, would you? It's incredible to think that this was one of the largest land animals of its time. No dinosaurs, no big mammals, just this magnificent armored bug. Now, let's head to the water's edge. But be careful where you step. The land may have been ruled by giant millipedes, but the water belonged to something far more terrifying. This is the domain of Jaekelopterus, the giant sea scorpion. And when I say giant, I mean it. This thing could grow up to 8 feet long, making it one of the largest arthropods to have ever lived. With powerful claws for grabbing prey and a segmented tail, it was the apex predator of these ancient seas. It would have hunted fish, other sea scorpions, and pretty much anything it could get its massive pincers on. Think of it as a combination of a lobster, a scorpion, and a nightmare. Its sheer size and power are just staggering. 2. It's a good thing these aren't around anymore, because beach holidays would be a lot more stressful. But not everything in these ancient waters was a monster. Look down here. See all these little skittering things? They might look like a swarm of oversized woodlice, but these are trilobites. They were some of the most successful and diverse creatures of their time, a true icon of the Paleozoic era. Things came in all shapes and sizes, from just a few millimeters to over 2 feet long. For hundreds of millions of years, they scuttled along the seafloor, filling every imaginable niche. Some were predators, others were scavengers, and many just filtered food from the mud. They were the cockroaches of the ancient sea stuff, adaptable and absolutely everywhere. Jet 2. Their complex size was some of the first to evolve, giving them a unique view of this ancient world. And their fossils are found all over the globe, little time capsules from a world ruled by bugs. So, why did everything get so huge? The secret, as I mentioned, was the oxygen. With so much O2 in the atmosphere, bugs, which breathe through a simple system of tubes called trachea, could grow to incredible sizes. More oxygen meant more fuel for their bodies, allowing them to push the limits of their exoskeletons. The second reason was the environment itself. These vast, warm, swampy forests were like an all-you-can-eat buffet. There was endless plant matter for herbivores like Arthropleura to feast on. And where you have lots of herbivores, you get lots of predators, knees. This created a complex ecosystem where bugs were at the top of the food chain on both land and sea. They were the kings and queens of this primeval world long before the first dinosaur ever took a breath. It was a perfect storm of environmental conditions that led to this unique and short-lived age of giants. Okay, it's time for our Time Travelers Challenge. My mission today is to collect a genuine, perfectly preserved trilobite fossil straight from the source. The seafloor here is littered with them. The only problem is this is also prime hunting ground for that Jaekelopterus we saw earlier. I can see it lurking out there in the murky water. I have to be quick and quiet. 2. The key is to find a good specimen near the shore without drawing any unwanted attention. All right, I see one. Just over there. It's a beauty. Okay, deep breath, goey. The mud is thick. Trying not to get stuck. Got it. Wow, look at the detail on this. It's perfect. Okay, time to go. I think it saw me. The water is stirring. Portal is activating now. Let's get out of here. Phew, that was close. Another successful mission. War, an incredible journey. We've seen a world where bugs, not mammals or reptiles, were the dominant force. From the tank-like Arthropleura, peacefully munching on plants, to the terrifying Jaekelopterus ruling the seas, it was a world totally alien to our own. Before the age of powerful jaws and sharp teeth, it was the era of armored shells, countless legs, and menacing stingers. It's a powerful reminder that life on our planet has taken some truly strange and wonderful turns. So, I have to ask you, if you could shrink one of these giant bugs down to a manageable size, which one would you keep as a pet? The gentle giant Arthropleura, or a cool-looking trilobite for your aquarium? Let me know your choice in the comments below. And be sure to vote in the poll right here. Thanks for joining me on this adventure into the Carboniferous. If you enjoyed this trip, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. We're diving even deeper into the past to meet a fish with a bite so powerful it could crush bone like it was nothing. You don't want to miss the Dunkleosteus. See you next time.